I've updated my Wii Fit CPU Miis. I added more of them, and I also added some information about some of them that I forgot to include in the last video. So yeah, I now have a total of 65 Wii Fit CPU Miis, and I'll be going over them right now. Offrim, who's a mix of Abe and George. Evney, who's inspired by William from the Wii U. Amadeus, Anne, who's inspired by Elisa. Annie, Argyle, Asami, Asia, who's a mix of Libra Warrior 2004's me, Joanna, and Union from the Wii U. Austria, Botsorig, who's inspired by Jake. Benkei, Calypso, who's inspired by Laura from the Wii U. Cotton, Cyprian, who's inspired by Dunbar from the Wii U. I know Katarina was also inspired by Dunbar, but it was a lot more subtle with her. Dvorak, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. A, who's a mix of Millie from the Wii U, and Silky or Silk, I have no idea how to say that. Endre, Ender, I don't know, I think it's Endre, who's inspired by Jack Jealous's Me. Owen, Era, Epsilon, who's inspired by Lucia. Ezekiel, who's inspired by Anime Katrina 2021's Me, Alex. Fumio, who's the mix of Pavel from the Wii U and Rin. Gabriella, Gandalf, Giroid, Gecko. Joe, who's inspired by Jack Jealous's Me, Yin Yang. Ilka, Inari, who's inspired by Sarah from the Wii U. Israel, Josiah, who's inspired by Jack Jealous's Me, Changhan. G, Kai, who's inspired by Michelle Magnuson's Me, Gonzalo. Camilla, Kappa, Laurel. Leodine, who's inspired by Miu. Luffy, Lux. Mega, who's the mix of Michelle Magnuson's Me, Daniela, and Gina from the Wii U. Miria, who's inspired by Joanna from the Wii U. I think it's pronounced Miria, I could be wrong. Nairo, Ona, Oren, who is actually the older brother of my Wii Play Motion CPU Me, Dallas. Quest, who's a mix of Libra Warrior 2004's Me, Carla, and Marie from the Wii U. Reese, Ringo, who's inspired by Michelle Magnuson's Me, Ramon. I hope I said that right. Sive, who's a mix of Michelle Magnuson's Me's Kylie and Luke. Sarai, Set, Shohei, who's the mix of Roylin and Shinosuke, and also some slight edits I made. Smokey, Sos, who's inspired by Gex Ghetto's Me, Yuka. Sugar, Ta-Nehisi, who's inspired by Olga from the Wii U. Tao, Taya, who's inspired by Shuping from the Wii U. It's not T, by the way, it's Taya. It's Italian. Torsti, Tristana, Upsilon, who is the younger brother of Epsilon. Yuxi, who's inspired by Faustine from the Wii U. Veradis, Shinchang, Yize, and Zara, who's inspired by Merrick from the Wii U. And yeah, that's all of my Wii Fit CPU Miis.